I'm here on the SAP Sapphire show floor, and I'm in the mobility technology section, and there is just a ton of mobile applications that SAP is released and is releasing over the next few months and by the end of the year. I'm going to take a look at a few of them.
Okay, so the first thing I see is my calendar, and these are my activities for that particular day. So let's say I'm going to plan for my 18th meeting. I have this web server business meeting. Oops. And I see the details here. I can say, okay, now I need to kind of create a follow-up. And I can create an appointment to say, okay, I need to do prep for this, I need to invite these people, and so on and so forth. I can generate a fact sheet, and it goes and grabs the information about this particular customer. And within this fact sheet, I have this information about different items. There's, for example, a video which I'm going to use when I'm at the site. I have my presentation. And the idea here is you can basically take your iPad instead of a laptop, and you can have all the information you need for that particular opportunity when you're going for a meeting. Your videos and your files and everything is loaded there, and you can use your iPad to actually make the presentation. The other very interesting app here is this travel receipt. So the idea here is I'm traveling and I'm incurring expenses as I go along. And what I can simply do, let me just cancel here. So these are all the travel expenses I already captured. Let's say I take you guys to the dinner, and it will be my pleasure to pay for it. So I can click on plus, and I say, okay, dinner. And then I say, okay, I can add a photo. I can take a photo. I can have my receipt right there.
Yeah.
You get the idea, right?
Yeah.
So I can take my receipt, take a picture, use.
Nice.
And then I can record voice and say, I took you guys for the dinner. I can record your name. So even if I'm drunk, I can capture the information I need to get it done. And then I'm done here, and it's saved. Now, when I'm heading to the office, I can simply say, send this all to the backend system, and it will be there. Then I go into the backend system and create an expense report.
I see.
So very simple app. You don't need to train somebody to use it. Really,
this is the mobile field service application.
Yeah, this is a ruggedized device. I'm not an expert in using this device, so bear with me. Start SAP Field Service.
What is this device?
This is a Motorola ruggedized Windows mobile device.
Okay, Windows Mobile.
Right. Okay, so basically this app allows a doctor to have all the information he will need for a visit.
Yeah.
You have a sales guy kind of making the retail visits, and this app is designed to allow him to do all the things he needs to do on a particular retail visit. One of the activities they generally do is there might be promotion running, saying, okay, to get a promotional dollars, you need to basically have this kind of display. My particular product needs to go here, and these are the surrounding products and it needs to have. It's called Planograph.
Right.
So he needs to kind of go and verify that somebody who says, oh, we are going to do this promotion actually is implementing that particular thing. So this app will allow them to capture all this information.
So when you look at other areas, let's see the B2B side of the world. So think about this as mobilizing a client's customer base.
Okay.
So specifically here, what you're going to see, and I'll walk through the various areas, In developed markets, you're going to think of online banking, the things you do with your bank accounts today that are very traditional in terms of money transfer, paying bills, movement across defined accounts.
Right.
So we'll start on do the. So what this is showing you is, think of your online experience. We've moved it now to a mobile device. So this allows for that retail customer to do the things that they used to do online, I can now do on a mobile device. We just happen to put it on an iPad, so it could be on an iPhone, some type of rich client device.
Right.
I can do all the things that you would think about traditionally. Look at my various accounts I have. I have checking, CD, savings. Let's say I want to get more information on my savings. It will then pull into what my transactions have been on my savings account. I can go through and look at all of these transfers I've done through different banks, etc. It's pretty straightforward. Goes by date. So again, just think in your mind the online experience ported to this.
So the customer here would be the bank. For
So
SAP's customer is the bank, and the bank licensed this application and delivers it to the bank's customers.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, if I were to pull up the corporate version, looks very much like this.
Yeah.
So instead of going to that bank's customers, the bank is actually the customer of it. So if I'm a treasury officer for a bank and I need to approve a wire transfer, ACH, that type of thing, I now can do this on a device.
His iPad or a smartphone.
Because these guys are now traveling. They're not sitting in an office. But I need to be able to approve that.
You bet.
So the security in the corporate version, much more involved because now instead of, if you notice there was a password.
You're moving somebody else's money.
Right, so on the retail piece, it's the username and password.
Right.
Well, it's secure, okay, but now the corporate guy, username, password, then there's a couple of challenge questions because now we want to make sure that you are who you say you are. And when you say you want to approve that wire transfer for $5 million, it better be you who do it.
And it's the right device he's using.
Correct.
That kind of thing. Right. Very good.
So,
consumer mobile solutions. My goal is to change your life by making your shopping experience extremely satisfactory, help you save time and money. How do we do that? By connecting you to the retailer or the brand in real time. So to you, I'm a personal shopping assistant, always available, always has the right attitude, and can give you that sweet deal that will turn interest into a purchase. Now to the retailer or to the CP, to the consumer product company, it's all about interaction, opportunities not only to empower the consumer with relevant information, but also to influence your behavior, increase traffic and sales. I'll demonstrate the mobile component by having the whole thing right the way through. So all the information that's stored about the patient in the hospital billing system, which is in the back-end SAP system, is also available for me then here on site. So for example, here I have information about healthcare and insurance, and all of that is coming from the SAP back-end. Is then coming then into here. So this is then a typical CRM applications. Here you've got all of your contacts, all of the information. Here I can drill down into the contact, see all the contact information, have a look at what activities and leads and quotes are available for that customer, if there are any quotations. Here are some interactions I've actually had with the customer. So this is an example of a CRM app that we're actually, the previous version of this is available on the iTunes store, which you can download and have a look at. It's available there. This one here is from Mercedes-Benz. This was an example that we brought up here. And here we have then an iPhone app which has then obviously, wow, isn't Mercedes wonderful type of thing. And here you can then obviously go in here and then experience the car, whatever's in here. Your question is though, how are we going to integrate that into SAP? The idea is here you can use this SAP functionality into a seamless app. So whereas here this is basically an information application where I can pull up here all the information about the actual car, but then what we've actually done is then integrated into the dealer management system. So what can happen here now is the actual employee can then, or the customer can then go in here and actually do some maintenance. So he can now go in here and he's actually interfacing with the SAP backend system in order to be able to now here set, what I want to do now is, check the brake pads, do all this type of stuff, set a maintenance date and then simply book that date, and then the appointment is then sent into the backend. So we're seeing also very interesting this convergence of sort of these added features and functions inside an application, as well as the SAP
as well as the SAP functionality in there.